Critical forecast. Thank you. 39 illegal handguns and an assault rifle that will not end up on the streets of Albany. Pastor Charlie Moeller ran another of his gun buyback programs today. As Kimberly Howard shows us, this time, Moeller and his church want to do more than just trade cash for guns.
People come in, there's no questions. People can feel real comfortable. It's a church setting.
But these churchgoers aren't clutching Bibles.
And I'll show you.
It was 6 years ago when Pastor Charlie Moeller said enough. A 10-year-old girl was shot and killed not far from Victory Christian Church in Albany.
We started collecting the guns, and we really didn't know what we got into at first.
Soon, though, local law enforcement and city officials were on board. Roughly $60,000 in confiscated drug money was cashed in to get nearly 400 illegal guns off the streets.
After 4 months of getting these guns, gun violence in Albany went down. There was no murders with a handgun that whole next year.
As of Saturday, they've collected more than 500 guns.
When we look at the gun, make sure it's operable, not on a permit, illegal handgun. Then we put locks on it, and then we take off the serial numbers. We give them a $150 gift card.
The illegal firearms then taken to the sheriff's office to be destroyed.
If someone has committed a crime, what's stopping them from discarding the evidence here at the church?
Well,
through this program?
Yeah, you know what? That's a great question. But wouldn't we rather get that handgun off the street and not being used in another crime? You know, they could just throw it in the river if they want to do that.
But it's not just about illegal guns. Blighted properties like this one on First Street in Albany are part of the problem, too. They're a hotbed for crime. Pastor Charlie wants to change that by swapping out particle board for a more attractive, durable type of vinyl.
That attracts crime. That attracts drugs. That attracts community guns to hide that gun in there. But then if you reface that with about $350 to $400, and you do it properly, where these are very secure instead of particle board, now you've got the number of the house, you've got a street that doesn't look like it's all blown out. Now you're doing something more than just taking handguns off the street.
Meanwhile, Pastor Charlie is also helping people like Charlie Jubry.
Incarceration was second nature to me.
Before Pastor Charlie paid him a visit.
You know, he said to me, he says, well, I guess we'll never forget each other's names.
And Charlie Jubry will never forget the pastor's message.
We're so secure that
the two Charlies now buy back illegal guns together to stop senseless crime and rebuild a safer neighborhood.
If it wasn't for this church, if it wasn't for the program that this church has in the county jail, my children would be visiting me in the cemetery. There's no doubt.
In Albany, Kimberly Howard, CBS 6 News.